Hello everyone, a very good morning to you all. Today I will teach you about rational numbers, comparing quantities and etc. and their properties too. So let's begin. So first we have going to read about rational numbers property. So the first property about rational number is a rational number is between a a and b by mean method is equals to 1 by 2 multiplied by a plus b. So its mean method to find rational number is 1 by 2 multiplied by a plus b. And let's begin with comparing quantities. So its first property is 100% is equals to 1. So it tells us about that 1 by 100 is equals to 100, so that we can write it as 1 by 100 multiply by 100, so cut off. So now we will get 1 by 1 is equals to 1. So this is the first property of comparing quantities. Let's clear it. Now the second property of comparing quantity is, so if you asked about how many percent is increased in a particular quantity, so this is the property to find out the quantity increased in percentage or a normal. If you want to find out without percentage, you can remove 100 from this quantity, and if the question asked is which percentage, you can add 100 to this quantity, so the quantity is percentage increased is equals to amount of chance divided by original amount of base multiplied by 100%. So this is the percent increase formula to find out about the question. Let's begin with the third property. Our third property is profit is equals to SP minus CP. So means you want to find out what is the profit. So you want to find out what is the profit. Means you are given a you are buying a pen with a price 100. You are buying a pen with a price 100, and if you sell this pen for 150, what's your profit? So 100 is your cost price and 150 is your selling price. So to find out the profit, you have to subtract these. So this is the formula of profit. Now the fourth property is loss is equals to CP minus SP. So if you buy a notebook of 50 rupees and you sell it at 25, so your buying price is CP and your selling price is SP. So your selling price is low, so there is no profit, so your loss amount will be, so loss, to find out loss, we have to minus 25 from 50, so that we can get loss. This is the formula to find out the loss. Now we would see the fifth property to find out profit percent. So to find out profit percent, you have to take suppose 1500 is your selling price. Is your selling price 1500? Selling price is 1500, and your selling price 1500 and your cost price is 1000. So your profit will be the remaining left, which 1000 will be subtracted from 1500. The remaining will left 500, so the 500 will be the profit divided by the whole price, which is 1500, which is also known as CP. So now there is asked profit percent, so you have to multiply with 100, or if they do not ask profit percent, you have the formula. So our sixth property is cost price. If the question asked is what's the cost price, so you have the formula of 100 divided by 100 plus profit percent multiplied by selling price. So this is the formula to find out cost price. Now our seventh property is to find out selling price is equals to 100 plus profit divided by 100 multiplied by cost price. Now let us see the eighth property. So now the eighth property is how to find out a simple interest. So to find out the formula of simple interest, which is RPRT by 100. So in PRT by 100, we know that a variable and a number, suppose in PRT by 100 we know that if two variables meet at one point, it is known as multiplication. So we can write it we can also write it as P multiplied by R multiplied by T is equals divided by 100, multiply. So P is equals to principal. So P is equals to principal, R is equals to rate, and T is equals to time. Yes or not? And this will be your simple interest formula. Now ninth property, amount. To find out the amount, we need to add principal and interest so that we could get the whole amount. So now we can study the properties of triangle. So the property of triangle are: an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior angles of interior opposite angles. Exterior angle property of triangle. So this property is saying that if you have a triangle and you are having two interior angles and one extended side, you are having two interior angles x and y. So this angle would be x plus y. Second property, the total measure of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So in a triangle, there are three interior angles. Suppose this is an equilateral triangle, every angle would be 60 degrees. If we took this 60 degrees, we would get 180 degrees. So this triangle property is known as interior angle property. Now the third property, the sum of the lengths of any two sides of triangle is greater than the third side. So this property is used to prove that a side is these sides are of a particular triangle or not. So let us see this property. If you are having a triangle of sides 5, 6 and 7, so the question would ask like this, that the sides which are the question would be asked like that the sides 5, 6 and 7 centimeters are the sides of a triangle or not. To prove this, you would take this property as if 5 plus 6 greater than 7. So it is true. So 5 plus 6 we got 11. 7. So true. Now we have to do this property again by different numbers. 6 plus 7 greater than 5. So it would 6 plus 7 we would get 13. So 13 is greater than 5. So this is also true. At the third condition, if all the three conditions are true, we would get the we could prove that these three sides are the sides of triangle. So the third condition is 5 plus 7 greater than 6. 5 plus 7 gives us 12 greater than 6. So it is also true. So we can prove that 5, 7 and 6 are the sides of triangles. Now the fourth property. The differences between the lengths of any two sides is smaller than the length of the third side. So this is also used to find out the sides of a right angle triangle or not, like the third condition. So the fourth condition says that suppose 1, 2 and 3 are sides of triangle. So it says that 2 minus 1 smaller than 3. It is proved. So 3 minus 2 smaller than 1. It is also proved. So then we will take the third condition, 3 minus 1 greater than 2. So this is also used to find the sides of triangle. Now we have Pythagoras property. So Pythagoras property is also used to mention that the hypotenuse in questions or sometimes the base or height. So what is hypotenuse? So what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the third side in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, this side is known as hypotenuse. This side is known as hypotenuse. This side is base, and this side is height. So in an triangle, it is applied Pythagoras property to find out the hypotenuse. If we have given the base and the height, you have to find out hypotenuse. We have the formula that hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus height square. Now we would move to another chapter, which is data handling. Range is equals to maximum value minus minimum value. So what is range? So if you have given a particular data like 5, 8, 9, 2, 11 or 15, so you are given this data. So if the question asks that what is the range of this data, so you have to do this question that 2 is the smallest number, so we would take 2 separate, and then 15 is the largest number, so we would take off 2 from 15. So we would get the remainder 13. So 13 is the range of the data. Average is also known as the mean. To find out average of a data like 5, 8, 9, the same data, 2, 15. So to find out this, we would take the question would ask what would be the average. So we would take the formula that sum of all observations and number of observations. The sum of all observations will. So we would also take multiply these by simple methods like using cutoff. So 5, 15, what would be the cutoff? The cutoff would be 20. So 1, 9, what would be the cutoff? 10. 8, 2, what would be the cutoff? 10. So add these. 20 plus 10 plus 10 is equals to 40. 40. What is the number of observations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 are the number of observations. So we got the sum of all observation 40 divided by number of observations. What was the number of observations? 6. So divided. It would be get at points, so we could divide it like this. 46 6 it's lagging. 46 6 36 minus 4. So there is no number left, so point 0, so it would remain same. So 6 or we can write 6.6 approx. Now the remaining properties I would tell in the part 2 of the video. Thank you for watching my videos.